There they go.
Well, guessing time is over.
Small keys at Ganon's Tower. We won't be seeing that used for a long time.
Indeed, we will not.
Ironically, I believe BigDunka is actually using the Ganondorf skin, so he's just found a key to his own house. In his own house.
SlimKirby is using, well, of course, the Kirby sprite. Reg is going for a tree pole, single rupees.
Four lonely rupees. Won't see him get too far with that. Das Boots right off the bat! I think everybody's going to be very happy to see those.
And what about the second item, Bombos?
One of the 3 possible medallions, and the most important movement item in the game, in my opinion. This is either going to be a very fast seed, or it's going to be a very, very bad seed.
Well, hopefully this will be fast and quick and without a lot of trolls here.
Oh no, I want to see terrible things happen to these runners.
Well, here's something that we would like to see. More people joining the Speed Gaming family. Noble Barnes, welcome. We appreciate your subscription and all of your support.
Thank you very much, sir. Everybody has save quit out to the Sanctuary checkpoint, and most of them, actually all of them, have checked the Bonk Rock Cave. Those boots get put to use immediately.
And extra health does not hurt at this point.
No, absolutely not. Most of these Keysanity runs go long. They're going to be going through quite a few dungeons. So we'll definitely want that health.
Don't know if BigDunka wants the arrows off the crab, but we'll take some. And in the meantime, what's inside the lumberjack?
Didn't quite catch it. Looked like a validation arrow to me.
I thought I saw that as well. Which means, I'm sorry folks, we are not gonna have the... No, we were mistaken! Burna.
Oh. Yep, that is in fact a blue cane.
And unfortunately, in my excitement for the Burna, I had missed what was at the mushroom spot. Looks like a bunch of money.
It's just a rupee pouch. Everyone heading into the Lost Woods, picking up their spare cash and picking up their heart piece in the Thieves' Hut.
What our runners have not picked up, though, are bombs.
Well, that was 100 rupee pickup, so if all else fails, they can just visit the shop in Kakariko Village, and they are good to go.
However, I think BigDunka is going for the southern route, hoping that one of the 2 bushes contains the 50-50 bomb drops.
It would be nice to pick that up, save himself some rupees. Looks like everyone else is going to be coming in through the north side, though. The question is, how long is BigDunka gonna... How long is BigDunka going to gamble on getting these 50-50 bomb drops?
It'll depend. I mean, money does help in the early game. There are those 2 bombs. In the
There's
meantime,
one.
What's in the hut?
Finalflame is actually gambling that he'll find some bombs. There's the gloves!
Early glove is a nice find. Also, another key to Ganon's Tower. And 300 rupees.
Finalflame is unfortunately going to have to come back with bombs, though. He was making a gamble that he'd find some bombs in the hut itself. Didn't find any. He'll have to make 2 trips in here now.
And a moon pearl in the tavern. Nice find by Reg. Bottle vendor has a piece of heart. SlimKirby. Ooh, I think that does count as a chicken clip there. And the reward, there's the validation arrow.
We got a question in chat. Are Power Gloves progressive? Indeed they are. The Power Glove and Titan's Mitt upgrade are interchangeable. You can collect them in either direction. It simply triggers you as having Lift Up 1 or Lift Up 2.
Alright, what does the library have? A
compass. Which none of these runners are going to go back for.
Not likely. Alright, what is in the well? We have a small key, Desert Palace. 4 more items inside. Big key, Skullwoods.
Moon Pearl in the tavern. So we've got one left. We've got Moon Pearl.
Was that a
We're
flute
halfway.
I just saw?
Was that a what?
I thought I just saw a flute at the well. It was something blue. And
Chat says flute.
there you go. I don't know which one of us has audio yet, but we are soon going to have ourselves a Swag Duck national anthem.
This is actually a good question. I'm not sure whose audio we're following just yet.
Final Flames.
Definitely sounds like Final Flames. He's just moved into the well. And a big key to Skullwoods down there, too.
Indeed, so far, decent early game. We don't have Dark World access just yet. We need either the hammer or the Titan's mitts.
It looks like this seed is steering them far clear of Aghanim 1, though.
Right.
No sword, no cape.
Time for the anthem. And a 3-duck salute. Nicely done by SlimKirby, Finalflame, and Reg.
Swag Duck Sink.
BigDunka will have to catch up to the party.
And yes, Progressive Glove 1 were found in the Thieves' Hut, Blind's Hut. Axeman 301, the chances of requiring Aga 1 for Keysanity are actually extremely low, because in addition to the actual item requirement to get into Aghanim 1, having either a sword and a cape, or having the Master Sword and having the lamp in each situation, you also have to find the Hyrule Tower keys, because they're no longer in Hyrule Tower. And finding those 2 keys is really difficult.
Of course, if you ever see a small key or a big key inside the Lumberjack Cave, most likely our runners are going to have to consider taking out Aghanim.
Yeah.
There are a few big keys and small keys that we could skip, but it's not likely. In the meantime, we may as well take advantage of that flute. Reg is heading to the Light World Swamp Palace, otherwise known as the Dam.
That damn pond.
I was hoping that we would avoid that. In the meantime, Big Dunka's heading to the Ice Cave instead.
Yeah, normally the Ice Cave is quite a ways out of the way, but with the Pegasus boots, most of these runners will get there pretty quick. Between the boots and the flutes, these racers are going to be very mobile.
SlimKirby is hoping something big will be in Agina's cave. I had missed what was on the Desert Ledge, unfortunately.
Just a heart piece out in the Ice Cave. No, I believe Reg is the first one to risk a mini Moldorm. He doesn't have any unlimited use weapons, so he's risking 6 bombs to kill all 4 of these Moldorms.
Slightly risky, but if it's timed well...
Oh, and he gets the lucky bomb drop to extend his range.
Unfortunately, the left 2... Uh-oh, we have a mini Moldorm that was trying to cross over to the middle there.
Makes through just fine. Let's see what he gets.
Inside.
Red Cane!
Always a good find. Cane of Samaria. I'm not going to do the thing this time, because I am terrible at it.
It's gotta be Cane!
And that's why you're here, Dawning Arc.
So, not only is that an important progression item for a lot of dungeons, you needed to get through Mire, you needed to get through Turtle Rock, and I think there's at least... You can use it to exploit Palace of Ice as well, but it's also these runners' first limited use weapon, but it's rechargeable through mana.
Hold on a second. SlimKirby pulled off a successful hula hand. Reg is checking out the back of Escape. 3 chests inside. Small key to Castle Tower.
Oh, Castle Tower. We were just talking about that.
And the bug net.
So with the map of Eastern, Red might be checking his map shortly to see what that Eastern Palace reward is. BigDunka and Finalflame both getting their Cane of Samaria as well. Just the bombs. Nice work.
And no map check yet from Reg. Going to check out Ice Cave makes sense, so another piece of heart will be for the taking.
That's one of the things I love most about Keysanity compared to the standard open mode is there is no place that is too far out of the way. Any place could have a small key that you might need to finish a dungeon.
Indeed, that is one of the blessings and curses of this mode.
BigDunka having to talk with Sashrala is going to raid the closet, see what's back there.
And the green pendant today is in Turtle Rock.
Oh, that's both good and bad.
But what
and we have a hammer! We have Dark World access!
Is the hammer, so...
We're just missing the mirror to get back.
Yeah, Aghanim 1, it should not be required at this point.
BigDunka has found the hammer in Sashrala's cave. Well, closet.
However, chose not to dive into Eastern Palace yet. Now, there are no keys that you have to pick up in Eastern Palace, because they're all in pods or on enemies. But still, that's 3, potentially 4, probably even a few more chests that you can get. The only item you would be missing if we don't get the bow in Eastern is the one on the Armos Knights.
Well, it's a little tougher of a decision to want to dive into a dungeon when you don't have the big key for the dungeon.
Right, I had a standard/open mode on the brain. I had done the standard all dungeons 2 p.m. daily today.
In a standard or open mode, it would actually be a very good gambit to run into Eastern Palace right off the bat. But without the big key, you're locked no matter what, even if the bow is back there.
Unless, of course, it's a vanilla big key. In the meantime, we have 2 Dark Worlds coming up. BigDunka starting just north of Swamp Palace, and Reg heading to Skull Woods or Thieves Town, one of the 2.
BigDunka heading for the cave formerly known as Hype.
I've seen some genuine hype from here. How about this time? The bunny guy has a compass to Skull Woods. That's where Reg is heading right now. Silvers, I believe. Our container. There's our sword. It's a hype cave.
Sword and silver, I'll call that hype.
And unfortunately, in my excitement, I had missed all of what Reg had picked up. Wait, looks like he has a bottle.
He found himself a bottle somewhere.
And I had just missed where the 5 and 6 crystals were on BigDunka's side. And according to Sandres in chat, Tower of Hera and Eastern Palace are the 5-6 crystals for today.
Hera's a nice easy one. You just need the big key and you're good to go.
Small key to Dark Palace at the hobo spot.
Finalflame making a dip into Thieves Town. 4 free chests there. In Keysanity, Thieves Town is actually one of the few dungeons you can make a pretty committed dip into.
Yep. There was another Palace of Darkness key, and we have a digging game right now. What is inside Alec Baldwin's backyard?
A map to Dark Palace. Meanwhile, SlimKirby is putting that moon pearl to good use, engaging in some fake flipper shenanigans. He'll be putting the rupees that he... Oh, did he just lose it? I don't know if he lost it or not. I think he did, but he might have done that on purpose.
Hard to tell at this point. Uh-oh, we do have a key on the ledge. Even if the flipper glitch wasn't lost, you still can't dive down the waterfall without the
You
flippers.
have to have the flippers to get there. And that key could be anything.
Reverse C contains a piece of heart. The U room contains a piece of heart. Will Zora also have a piece of heart?
Nope, Zora's got the blue tunic.
Mail.
BigDunka heading into Thieves Town as well.
And small key to Skull Woods. That'll help with further exploration inside. Unfortunately, I had missed what was at the treasure game. These runners are going in wildly different directions here.
Yeah, this game has given them quite a few different threads of logic that they can follow.
Okay, 300 rupees was one of the items in Skull Woods. And a big key to Palace of Darkness. Excellent find. Treasure game contains big heart container. And according to... Wait, I don't know if that's actually a true statement, so I'm going to confirm in chat. Also, that key that BigDunka has picked up, to my knowledge, that is the only guaranteed small vanilla key. And, that's where the bottle was. Just east of the big chest.
Looks like SlimKirby is deciding to put his Camp Samaria to use and heading down into Eastern Palace's gate. He's got the red mail out of there.
Ooh, that is very quick quad defense. Nicely done. Interestingly enough, though, it's not pure quad defense. Hazards still take away 1 heart of damage regardless.
Yep, fireballs, spike traps, 1 heart, no matter what. Eastern Palace and Star of Hera confirmed as the 5/6 crystals.
Alright, what is inside here? Another piece of heart. And Reg is in Thieves Town right now. Ooh, BigDunka takes a death. Couldn't tell if that was intentional. Finalflame about to see actual hype. I said hype, not rage. You don't have to slash at the treasure chest there, Finalflame. And speaking of popular meme activities, what is inside the dungeon chest that people also call Zelda's chest? Inside! Big 20. And okay, apparently there technically is a way to have gotten the small key on the Zora ledge if water walking was done. I just don't know of how it's done. Interesting knowledge, though. In the meantime, pyramid check, piece of heart. And, yes, West Side Vandal, I am well aware. It could be happy, it could be rage. It's hard to tell emotions at times here. In the meantime, SlimKirby is about to be happy with that hammer. Reg is going to be disappointed with Alec Baldwin's chest, or backyard. It's just a map that'll hopefully lead to a chest, but not a chest itself. And now BigDunka is making the play into Thieves Town. Let's see if we had missed anything important. Single green rupee, not important. And as a friendly reminder to those that are new to Keysanity, maps will tell you if a dungeon contains either a pendant or a crystal. Compasses will give you a chest count of how many of the chests you found. Unfortunately, Stumpy did not appear to have either of them. So where are runners going to go now? Reg looks like heading towards Hype Cave right now. Slim is already in Hype Cave, so that means at the 20-minute mark, all 4 of our runners will have a sword. Alright, time to check out Sick Kid. Piece of heart. Hopefully that kid still has plenty of heart left.
Well, there's a reason he's sick.
Well, hopefully not due to a broken heart. And if that was the broken heart, I don't know what to do. In the meantime, Finalflame now has his first bottle. Reg is about to check out Pyramid Ledge, I believe. SlimKirby is about to make his way over to Alec Baldwin's digging game. Uh-oh, Finalflame's in danger.
Oh, just gets caught by that tentacle bugger.
Ugh, that's never a good place to take a death. If you're going to have to take a death, it's better to do so inside a dungeon. This way you lose minimal progress.
And he was literally milliseconds from actually getting into that dungeon.
Gloaming Dusk, yes, SlimKirby does have the red mail. One of the mail upgrades was found inside the Hyrule Castle Escape. BigDunka also has, at least, I can't tell if that's red mail or not, but SlimKirby also found the blue mail. Unfortunately, I don't remember where.
Blue mail was at the Castle Escape. Red mail was at the Zora Exchange.
Right, King Zora had it.
One of the few times that this wasn't a life lesson. Looks like SlimKirby is going to go for a bit of a blind gamble. Lowercase blind, not uppercase blind.
I agree that it is a dark room, but I can't tell which one. Is this supposed to be,
This is the Old Man Escort. He fluted up to the top of Death Mountain and actually went in the exit.
I have not yet figured out that path yet. I can do the just the singular Eastern Palace dark room prior to getting the bow in the vanilla game, but that's it.
It actually isn't that difficult. There's only one hole in the area, and if you hug the walls correctly, it's actually nearly impossible to hit that hole.
I'll have to practice that later. In the meantime, BigDunka is going into Eastern. SlimKirby hoping to find something inside Spectacle Rock Cave.
Looks like Reg is going to make the same gamble. Go find the dark old man in the dark.
Alright, top of Spectacle Rock contained 10 arrows, but inside, magic powder.
The fetch quest. And he wants that fetch quest.
Do you want to have a fetch quest?
No.
Okay, bye.
And he's got the hammer too, so he could go have a look at that right away. We have a rod. BigDunka has a rod. Which one is it?
I couldn't tell, unfortunately. I was instead noticing, welcome, Super Beefy. You have joined the Speed Gaming family.
Look like ice.
Well, Ice Rod is definitely a good find, because according to the unofficial law of dungeons, especially with V26 and V27, if it's a abandoned dungeon, you will enter it. Good thing BigDunka entered Eastern Palace. Those are flippers.
Ooh. It looks like Sundress316 has corrected us. It has to be fire because the ice rod was on the desert ledge.
I had missed the desert ledge. Thank you for that. So, fire rod inside. Unfortunately, I'd lost track of where.
Eastern Palace.
Thank you. There are many places our runners are going.
And speaking of dark rooms, BigDunka is making his way through the Eastern Palace dark room. And in this case, I think the fire rod is actually more useful than the ice rod. The ice rod only has one use in the entire game, and that's to kill Trinex. It is useful against some bosses, but Trinex is the only thing it's actually required for, and Turtle Rock is the green pendant today.
That is true, but again, I point to the traditional law of randomizer. If it's a pendant, you will explore it.
You'll explore the dungeon, but the boss is just one item.
But it's Keysanity, so we don't have a guarantee about how many of the items are good ones.
Perfectly valid point.
We can discuss all the nuances. In the meantime, Reg, I appreciate this fake flipper that you're doing, but be careful. In my daily race, I got sniped before I got to see the hobo.
Well, if you're going to do the fake flippers gamble, you may as well go all the way.
Alright, managed to not aggro the sniper. So with that, enjoy your small key. BigDunka is also about to get that Palace of Darkness small key, and Finalflame managed to anger a guard. Looks like we're going to actually see what is at the Mad Batter's location today.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone refer to him as the Mad Batter.
Shoutouts to Cross Product for naming it as such on his tracker.
He's always been Batman to me.
Na 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 20.
Just a big 20.
And what was in the Waterfall of Wishing? I had missed this earlier.
I saw a compass and a 5-bomb upgrade.
Alright. We are now about to see... Well, both BigDunka and Reg have enough money for the purchase of the blue mail. BigDunka will actually be able to get the small key. Reg is in a water walking state. According to some of the people in chat, it should still be possible to get that small key in this state. I was unable to. Then again, I'm still learning all the tricks here. Mail is retrieved. Reg is not going forward. BigDunka is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the particulars of getting that water walking glitch under the waterfall either.
Another Dark Palace small key.
Those are important. Dark Palace has the highest number of keys required to quote-unquote complete it. Depending on what your objective is in Dark Palace, you either need 1 key just to get to Helmassar, 5 keys to fully clear it by logic, or only 4 keys if you know the bomb jump. I think I got that right.
I know of it, or rather, I know of the bomb jump. I cannot do it, but that does sound correct.
It is a very particular trick to get.
And okay, I just saw Finalflame screen. That looked like Ice Rod in Eastern Palace to me. I thought someone said it was Fire Rod.
Well, that should be the Fire Rod.
Okay. I hope I am not becoming colorblind. That would be bad. Bumper Cave has nothing of importance. Thank you, Slim.
Well, one thing to bear in mind, Joe Phoenix, is in order to give you commentary that is actually up to date with what's happening, we're watching a stream that's a little lower quality, so it's a little pixelated for us. And yes, Unknown Ninja, this is the LTTP Daily Showcase race. We are showing anybody and everyone who wants to participate, who wants to volunteer. There's a lot of new blood in right now.
I can tell you that BigDunka and SlimKirby are veterans to Link to the Past Randomizer. I am not too familiar with Finalflame or Reg. And as far as who the commentators are, I cannot speak for Dawning Arc, but I did have some experience commentating the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament, and I am now trying my shot here.
I've done a couple. I've done some tracking. I've done some commentating. I've done a little bit of racing.
I've also done some restreaming too, but we don't talk about my restreaming abilities. They're horrible.
Looks like BigDunka is going to go take a shot at killing that Mothula. We don't have confirmation on the trackers of what Mothula drops, so this is a bit of a gamble.
I don't think anyone has seen what Mothula... I don't think anyone has even seen Mothula yet. This is going to be our first proper boss encounter.
Yep.
Now the problem here, Fire Rod is going to do more damage, but you only have so many shots. Oh, right. Time the hammer if you can, but that's
that was a very good Mothula fight given the equipment on hand.
Agreed. And just a piece of heart. So one chest is missing. If I know how BigDunka plays, it's most likely the chest at the small chest at the start of the final area where you have to go down and around.
Yep, there is that one, and there is also the big chest, which has not been opened yet either, I don't believe.
I think that one was, because BigDunka's heading back.
Oh, yep, his compass says 7 of 8. He's already got it. So he has one more to check, and he is completely done with Skull Woods.
Alright, Skull Woods is finished. But did get the hook shot for the troubles? Am I seeing that correctly, chat?
He's got a hook shot. He didn't get it from from Mothula. It must have been that final chest. Let me go have a look at the instant replay.
But yes, the hook shot.
That was indeed a hook shot under the bridge.
Yeah, in another race that I had, as Omega Falf is pointing out in chat, Boing 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 is the pedestal name for it.
Boing, 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 indeed.
And so with that hook shot, you can stun some enemies, you can actually defeat some enemies with it. However, you can also reach across large gaps.
Yep, crows, pterodactyls, and mini moldworms, of all the things, are all susceptible to being killed by the hookshot.
Yeah, I don't know if you said the ropes or rats, which are part of the escape sequence, but...
When do you ever have the hookshot down there, though?
That actually happened in the daily. Yes, there are many different combinations available within, these randomizer races, and we are just only seeing a portion of the action here. There are about 30 racers total competing on this same seed right now. And we will at least report the top 10 that finish. But we are hoping that our featured 4 also make it to the top 10.
It's always hard to tell where runners are going to be going in Keysanity because we don't have particularly good knowledge about any individual runner's key count.
That is correct. We have to either wait for a pause screen or track very carefully.
BigDunka's next steps are pretty obvious, though. He's going to be checking out most of Eastern Death Mountain.
Yeah, this does make sense. There are 8 chests easily accessible here, 7 inside this Paradox Cave, and 1 in the Spiral Cave upon getting out.
Oh, getting clipped by the bomb, trying to make a quick rush in, and goes in too fast. Picks up the Book of Medora.
So we have a potential pedestal hype here. Finalflame now has red mail.
He could check.
Now, what are these Moldorms guarding? Number 1, Blue Rupee, don't care. Heart Container, we care a little. Number 3, Small Key, Ganon's Tower, that's 3 of them.
Titan's Mitts!
Titan's Mitts is the jackpot!
With the Titan's Mitts, the Hammer, Moon Pearl, there aren't a lot of places that these runners won't be able to get to. BigDunka getting lucky, getting out there fast.
Right now, the only dungeon that we definitely cannot enter is Swamp Palace. All of the other dungeons have ways of accessing them, assuming, of course, the medallions work out. Unfortunately, we don't have an actual pedestal check yet. I'm just saying it's possible to check pedestal. It is also possible to check the tablets. What's inside the Ether tablet today?
BigDunka's taking a look. Just a little piece of love.
So, most likely not going for it.
Saving himself a little bit of time on that, not having to sit through the Ether animation.
Sword Strife in chat asks, anyone check Type Cave? Yes, all runners have checked Type Cave. That's where the first sword was. In the meantime, Tower of Hera play. We have a big key. Where's it located?
A big key in the vanilla big key location.
Ice Palace.
Not as useful as most big keys, as Ice Palace is actually one of the big keys that you can completely circumvent.
I still cannot do that bomb jump. I know I need to learn it, so
it's a small window.
As I said, I need to learn a lot of things.
From my understanding, it is approximately a 2x3 pixel area that you have to stand in order to make that bomb jump work.
Then perhaps once we get closer, you can help point it out. In the meantime...
Oh, yes. True Hattori is actually correct. That is a vanilla small key location. The big key is normally in the behind the tile room, behind the coffee break. Thank you very much for that correction.
Alright, Spiral Cave has... Heart Container.
Heart Container!
I mean, good to know, but I don't think that's what our runners are looking for right now.
Greg has got his fire rod. He's heading into the back end of Skull Woods. He'll be getting Mothula kicked out and getting his hook shot in short order.
But magic is required. Finalflame ran out while trying to take care of that room.
Yeah, without the double magic, it is a very tight window to get through that, get through the Gibdo room, this room that Greg has just entered now. And most runners with quick times are very, very liberal with their fire shots. Oh, the Wall Master eats one of the fire rod shots.
Alright, BigDunka is checking out the Super Bunny Cave. Has to take the long way around.
Finalflame has just picked up his hook shot. I don't think he went finished off Mothula. He might be saving it for later, but that hook shot is a good pickup for him.
Yeah, Mothula is not the easiest battle to take care of, especially with just a, normal sword.
Especially if you can't even get into his room if you lost all your magic.
Small keys, Tower of Hera and Turtle Rock, so BigDunka can now complete Tower of Hera. Actually, wait, where's the big key to Tower of Hera? I didn't see that.
No, you need the big key to Tower of Hera.
Well, we can at least see what is needed to get into Turtle Rock. It is Bombos! BigDunka has that.
Well, he'll be happy to know that. All the runners will be happy to know that. But again, Turtle Rock is green pendant today, so they're going to want to avoid that as long as they can. Even longer than usual.
What we don't want to see avoided is Hookshot Cave. 4 chests available for the taking. 20, 20. This better not be another 20. I wanted a 20 there instead of the bomb up. Sorry.
Master Sword!
Worth.
I long for the day that Hookshot Cave is just 4 big 20s.
Could have sworn I've seen that happen on a clip once. Alright, Reg has been turned into a mushroom, probably playing, I don't recognize that character. I want to say Toho-based?
Yes, that is Marissa from the Toho universe.
And in the meantime, Spike Cave check. Finalflame now has Titan's Mitts.
Making good use of that blue potion to get all the way through Spike Cave. It's a risk without an invulnerability item.
But gets through, but
Just accomplish the Swamp Palace.
Not what we're looking for, I'm afraid.
SlimKirby getting into his Mothula fight has a green potion to refuel those fire rod shots. Actually made very good use of the Bombos tablet to clean out all of those Gyptos in order to preserve his fire rod shots on the torches.
Not a bad strategy. Bombos can defeat those Gyptos in one shot. It does take a little longer, but, you know, magic preservation is key. SlimKirby takes out Mothula, now has another piece of heart and a crystal.
Catfish has been checked. It was nothing useful. I don't remember who checked it. I believe it was Reg actually that checked Catfish.
One of them did, but you know, 300 rupees is nothing to scoff at. Now,
well, SlimKirby has been to Zora, and he already has another 600 on top of that. 300 isn't all that useful anymore.
And we may see a Turtle Rock play. BigDunka is opening the location up.
Yeah, he's heading inside. He's got everything he needs. He's got the hookshot, he's got the fire rod, he's got the cane.
Just missing Ice Rod to finish it off if we have to. We may not have to, but we can still access most of the items as long as we are careful on Laser Bridge, of course.
Unfortunately, he won't be able to get into Mimic Cave without the mirror.
Still, let's see what's inside. Starting with one key. Now, admittedly, with this one key, we may not go that far, but we can at least access a few chests.
Finds a key to Dark Palace.
That's like the third or fourth one, I think.
Third one at least.
And oh, dead rocks are trolling Reg.
BigDunka getting trolled by the blue jellyfish. He'll have to menu soon, so let's see how many keys for Dark Palace he's got. He's got 3.
Needs one more in order to attempt to finish in one go, assuming not all the items are collected, or you use Hammer Yum strategies.
That requires that he have the bow, though.
Oh, right, we are still missing a bow. So that means, alright, right now we have 3 more chests accessible on BigDunka's side. 50 rupees, piece of heart. The only other chest available right now, assuming no vanilla small key shenanigans, is the Chain Chomp room.
I've seen it happen. Happened to me. I was very confused.
Yeah, I saw a vanilla small key take place inside the big chest of Turtle Rock. And all that did was set up for the vanilla Swamp Palace small key later on. Alright, here's that Chain Chomp room. Even with red mail, this is dangerous.
Ether tablet, or well, ether medallion. Potentially useful. We haven't seen anyone go to Mire yet, have we?
I do not believe so.
That's actually surprising, given that they have Titan's Mitts, they have Flute, and Mire has a lot of very easy checks.
For that matter, you technically... What was that on BigDunka's side on? That was the other rock.
That's the other rod, the ice rod.
Yeah. Technically, you don't even need a small key in order to complete Misery Mire. It's entirely possible to go without.
If you've got the big key, you can go straight to Vitreous.
Reg just checked it, but I did not get a good look at it. However, inside the shed, we have another heart container and a heart piece. Alright, what was at Mire? Can we get another look? No, we cannot, and something is telling me it's not Bombos because Reg probably would have gone in at that point. So, was it Ether or Quake to get into Misery Mire?
Unfortunately, that check was so quick I couldn't even tell on the instant replay.
In the meantime, what is inside the tile room basement? Small key, Misery Mire. Optional, but still good to know.
And in the team's coom, coincidentally, the big key to Misery Mire.
So all we are missing, I mean, technically, with that big key, Misery Mire is completable, assuming you can navigate dark rooms. And Misery Mire are some of the hardest dark rooms to navigate.
I've seen it happen.
I have too, and I am not ready to learn that strategy yet. And MathGirl718 is confirming in chat to what I alluded to previously. You do not need a small key in order to complete Misery Mire, you just need the big key.
You do need small keys in order to navigate Misery Mire to collect its treasures, though.
Incorrect. You actually can get all the treasures without a small key. I've done it.
Oh yes, that's right. There are quite a few pots in Misery Mire that have the keys available for you.
Exactly. Similarly, Ice Palace, you only need one small key to get everything, assuming you take your time and open doors wisely. You don't even need to bomb jump. And according to Lizvair, it is Quake on Misery Mire based off of their look. I will mark that down on my personal tracker, well, technically Cross Products tracker, as Quake for now.
So if that is the case, these runners are still looking for one more medallion, assuming they even need to enter Misery Mire.
That is a good point. And since we know all of Slim is showing frustration, and we have an Ice Palace play on BigDunka's side.
Well, he's got the key, and he's got the big key.
That is true, I had missed the big key marking.
He's got the hook shot, and he's got the cane. He's got the fire rod, and he's got bombos. He has everything he could possibly want to make this dungeon quick and easy.
A little light on the bomb count, but BigDunka should be fine.
9 bombs. There's plenty of penguins to kill for bombs.
And inside, another small key to Misery Mire. Yeah, that's all the small keys, I believe.
There are quite a few small keys from Misery Mire in total, but most of them are actually inside Misery Mire itself.
Yeah, okay, I had mismarked how many small keys were in Misery Mire, apparently. Either that or... Yeah, looks like there are 3 small keys available in Misery Mire. I originally had it marked as 2 for some reason. Alright, now, here comes the all-important question. Will BigDunka do the bomb jump strategy? If so, please walk us through it.
Nope. Skipping it. He's got everything that he could need to do this dungeon full clear.
And speaking of big bucked, or big bok T, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Big
But
box.
thank you for joining the Speed Gaming family.
SlimKirby and Finalflame both in Desert Palace at the same time, almost frame for frame.
Nicely done. Reg is going to take on Skullwood's back half. Let's see what's in this chest.
He's a little better equipped this time. Coming in with a few more hearts. Got the Master Sword.
Torch has Piece of Heart. We don't care. At least most of our runners won't care. Compass Find. Desert. 50 rupees. Small key to Ice Palace. Small key to Turtle Rock for BigDunka.
BigDunka using that one key to start with to clear out the back half of Ice Palace. Not much there, unfortunately.
No, just a bomb expansion. Did BigDunka get the, there's like one forgotten chest in Ice Palace, and you have to take the long way around. Was that
He has not been to the tea room yet.
Unless... Right, no compass for this one yet.
He does have the small key to get to it, though, by the looks of it.
Oh, and the big key to Eastern Palace has been found. And inside the big chest, small shield.
Fisher Price shield. BigDunka heading through an area of Ice Palace that not a lot of people see if they're watching these speedruns.
Especially if you have to full clear the dungeon. Navigates the J room just fine. And this room right here is where a chest is often forgotten about. And, of course, there's another shield, because why not?
Ice Palace all about the protection today. Today's randomizer criteria is Keysanity, open, normal.
That is correct. All of the dungeon keys, big keys, maps and compasses have been shuffled. Normal difficulty mode. And, well, normal difficulty setting and using open mode logic.
And I believe somebody picked up a big key to Eastern Palace somewhere. I believe that was in Desert Palace.
I think that was on BigDunka's side, actually. BigDunka has the big key to Eastern now.
I don't know who got it, but we don't have the bow yet. So even if they do feel like heading over there, they still can't get to Armos.
Well, maybe Coldstare has it. Time to fight him. And I do believe Coldstare has the last item in Ice Palace, so we don't have to worry about that. In the meantime, Reg is about to take the dwarf/bullfrog back home.
For a second there, I wasn't sure who you were talking about. My eyes were on Finalflame when you mentioned a dwarf, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a monkey.
I don't know if Kiki would appreciate you calling her a monkey. Magic Mirror on Coldstare!
Ooh, that's some nice navigation as well. That'll give them access to Swamp Palace. And it was a crystal kill. There's the bow in the first chest of Palace of Darkness. That is quite possibly the worst place that it could be.
However, it does mean that Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace
Oh, Finalflame, don't go that way. Don't go that. Okay,
has
good.
2 keys. It's fine. It's fine. Also choosing to push the statue instead because why not?
Yeah, if he goes through the back entrance, he won't have to waste that key on that door.
And Meow Sticks. Technically, pedestal could still be in play. There could be a small key or a big key in there.
I don't believe we've seen the big key to Ganon's tower yet, and we just gotta check on Finalflame. I didn't see a big key to Ganon's tower. It could be on the pedestal.
That is correct. Who knows where that big key is?
Machido, 1987. This is a randomizer race. All of the items have been randomized, and the bow is one of those items. It could very well be anywhere in this seed. It just happened to be in Pod.
Small key in Checkerboard Cave. It goes to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, with that mirror in hand, BigDunka's going to be checking all those mirror locations.
And a vanilla small key in Palace of Darkness for Finalflame. I cannot avoid that.
Oh dear. People are going to be avoiding Palace of Darkness as long as they can due to the low key count that they've found so far and the fact that they don't have the bow to get in through the back entrance. Both of those items in the dungeon itself is really terrible.
Also, Misery Mire needs Ether to get in. We had miscalled that. And Lantern is in Palace of Darkness. That's very trolly too.
Oh, no. I think the only place worse that I've seen Lantern is in Misery Mire or in Turtle Rock itself. I've actually seen the Lantern in Turtle Rock in the room before the Dark Room, in the Rolling Pin room.
Remember, folks, I did not roll this seed. I am completely absolved of blame this time.
Looks like you are starting to develop a reputation as the Keysanity Shades, though. You better be careful.
I've had worse things happen. Now, unfortunately, this seed is proving tricky for a few runners. We actually have had 2 forfeits take place so far. It's, unfortunate that, sometimes these seeds can be difficult, and we do want all of our runners, not just our featured 4, in order to hopefully at least have a good time, figure out the logic, and if you feel a little stressed, just come back another day.
All right, these races are running all through December. Open mode, Keysanity mode, and community pick modes every day.
That is correct. And
big key to Tower of Hera in Pod. Pod is loaded today.
More loaded than I think we are normally expecting. I mean, I've heard of the Mullet Mansion nickname here.
And Keysanity today, it's all party all the time.
And another key to Skull Woods. Not that we need it right now.
Looks like Finalflame was going to save that last key instead of heading to the Dark Room and getting the chest. Although, I don't remember. Does he have the big key? We'll find out shortly.
Finalflame is torn right now, I think. Probably wants to get... Does have the big key. I confirmed on the pause screen.
He's got the big key. He's got one last key. I think he's going to risk going for Helmasaur instead of checking those Dark Rooms.
I can understand, but at the same time, it's just one item compared to 3.
It's one item plus crystal progress.
Ooh, that's also a good point.
Yeah, which one are you going to go for?
I think I haven't done that many Keysanity races, but I think I was actually in that similar situation as SlimKirby picks up the mirror, and I actually chose the Dark Maze over Helmasaur.
Ooh.
Now, if it matters, both paths ended up being good in their own way. What's also good, Bud, how
Buddha Claws!
Thank you. Welcome to the Speed Gaming family. Uh-oh, the big key to Misery Mire has not been found by BigDunka yet. Unable to complete this. So that means 2 chests are out of reach.
Well, Misery Mire actually becomes a bit of a treasure trove without any of the keys in it.
And BigDunka chose not to complete Desert. Now, admittedly, I don't think did we find the big key to Desert Palace yet?
We have recently found the big key to Desert Palace. I don't know that Dunka has it, but I do recall that it has been found by someone.
Meantime, Finalflame is taking on the Helmosaur King. SlimKirby on his way to Tower of Hair, I think.
And Big Tunka heading over to Palace of Darkness. He'll be finding his bow, his lamp, and an extra key to finish the dungeon with on top of that.
King Helmosaur only guards arrow capacity upgrades.
And a crystal.
Alright, BigDunka has entered with 4 keys. 5th one is guaranteed to be found. If it's played correctly, that should be all the keys necessary to get all the items and finish, even without a hammer jump.
Even without a hammer jump, if he takes the bow that he just got and goes in through the back door, he is good to go. There is nothing stopping him from full clearing this dungeon. Misses the push panel.
And SlimKirby is taking a little break right now. Alright, break's over.
It's always interesting to see people go into that basement room to see what their strategy is for that. I have noticed that most of them will take that invulnerability strat just to have a few seconds to sit and process.
Yeah, I've tried to time it right a number, but it can be tricky to get right.
It can be very frustrating when you don't get it.
Oh, I know. I've had more fails than successes at this point.
BigDunka finding the most useless map in the game, the map of Hyrule Castle, which has no reward and thus no point in Keysanity.
And Slim is going to head into, well, I don't know if going to head into Turtle Rock, but will at least be able to open it.
He's got the bombos, he's got the sword, he's got the fire rod, he's got the cane. He could take a look.
And the ice rod.
It has quite a few chests in it, but again, it is a green pendant.
And Cyclone GU is also confirming, yes, Ganon's Tower map is also not that great of a find.
SlimKirby's heading in. He wants that loot.
Also has 2 keys, limited to the same 4 chests that I believe BigDunka had earlier.
Didn't Dunka come in with only 1?
No, I believe BigDunka came in with... You're right, I think I miscounted that. Because 1, yeah. So that means we have potential exploration now.
He'll be able to go a little bit deeper, not much deeper. If he skips the vanilla big key location, I think he can make it to Laser Bridge.
Make it to Laser Bridge, but not beyond. That is correct. Also, BigDunka has found the vanilla key. I thought that was going to be a Stamaria block of frustration, but it also allowed for activating the switch, so bully on him, I guess. At least I think that's how you say that. Now, with all those keys that BigDunka has, we're able to see what's inside the maze.
Indeed, and he's got the lamp, so he won't have any trouble navigating this.
Both Reg and Finalflame are in Ice Palace. Alright.
Finalflame having some difficulty with those penguins. Penguins, another enemy, oddly enough, that dies instantly to the hookshot. They take quite a few sword swings to kill otherwise.
Big key, Desert Palace. So the big key had to have been found in the maze. That means I don't think any of our runners found it yet.
I don't think anyone's gone back there yet. BigDunka's had the most keys coming in.
And with that in mind, uh-oh, Reg got placed on the wrong side of the tiles.
Ooh.
And that positioning is just evil if you mess up, because it's a little awkward to navigate that corner.
Yeah, I don't know who thought that making that room octagonal like that was a good idea, but it really wasn't.
Magic Terra in chat asks, have we found the Swamp Palace small key yet?
I don't believe we have.
I have not seen that yet. And none of our runners are going to think about that for a little, because right now only 2 of our runners have the magic mirror that allows accessing it.
Well, Finalflame and Reg will be getting it in short order. Cold Stare had that, didn't he?
That is correct.
So they will all have it shortly. The question is it even worth going into Swamp Palace? Obviously, it's worth going in for just the pure treasure checks, but again, runners are going to want to try and route in checks for dungeons that have rewards that actually give them progress.
Alright, we are skipping the Turtle Rock Vanilla Big Key location right now. Still, we'll have access to Mimic Cave and Laser Bridge if SlimKirby keeps the course.
Yep, SlimKirby going for maximum treasure count.
Wait, has the big key to Turtle Rock been found yet?
We'll know shortly enough, because he'll want to pop over his menu and get his mirror to get into Mimic Cave.
No.
He does not have the big key.
So Mimic Cave is the last stop. Alright. The mimics have been taken out. What's inside the chest?
The single rupee.
That was not worth it.
Having portaled back to the light world, though, he is able to jump ship pretty quick.
That is true. And folks, if you are enjoying this entertainment that our runners are giving us here, BigDunka, SlimKirby, Finalflame, and Reg, please give them a follow. They all deserve our support. And please do not forget about our trackers either. They are Code Lizard and Lori DeBeaver.
Indeed, tracking, it's a thankless job. It's a voiceless job. Glad to have them.
Alright, double boss situation right now. BigDunka against King Helmasaur. Finalflame against Cold Stare. King Helmasaur is taken out.
Finalflame getting the fire rod out. One eye down. 2 eyes down.
And there's the third.
Excellent. Picking up his mirror.
And I don't know if that was an intentional death on SlimKirby's part, but a fairy did revive. Okay.
Given that they don't have any invulnerability items yet, that was probably entirely intentional.
Unfortunately, the reward was not worth it.
Hindsight is 20/20.
So now, where is Finalflame going? Looks like
Magic Terror making a good point. It wasn't intentional, but it was required.
our tracker's actually asking a good question. Did Finalflame pick up the shields from Ice Palace? It's hard for me to tell with that sprite.
I'm only seeing a fighter shield. He did not pick up the fire shield.
Okay, so one shield was picked up, not two.
Yeah, he's just got the tiny little Fisher Price shield. BigDunka making his way through the second half of Ishan Palace. He's got the bow, he's got the big key, he's got the lamp. He'll be done with this right quick.
What was that big chest item? I had missed it.
That was just a compass, unfortunately.
Okay, then we do not care.
No, most of the runners of this caliber won't care about that compass.
Now, Slim is making the Misery Mire play. If Slim does have the big key, then this can be completed right now. Finalflame is also in Eastern along with BigDunka. Reg is heading to the Mire area. I do not see Ether on the tracker, so this is just going to be a shed and checkerboard cave check. Nope,
He's got Ether, just not on the tracker. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots, and Armos is down.
I did not see what the item was. It didn't look anything important.
No, just a compass. In fact, it was the compass to Ganon's tower.
Were you talking about Finalflame or BigDunka?
BigDunka.
Okay.
Oh, BigDunka getting roadblocked.
Bloody squirrels. Where is... I'm trying to think, what was the dog's name in Up that always was distracted by squirrels?
It was a dog. What was his name? I don't know, and that's gonna bug me now. Finalflame not having quite as good luck as BigDunka on his Armos fight. Couple of missed shots. Still hands it out pretty quick. And chat has provided it was Doug.
Doug the dog. Should have realized. BigDunka is now climbing up the Tower of Hera.
He's got the big key. He's ready to go. Tower of Hera is a nice quick jaunt. Not much of a tower when you really think of it.
Nope, 3 items at the bottom, 3 at the top. Item number 4, 50 rupees. Actually, I don't think BigDunka went to the basement tile room yet, based off the compass tracker. Small key to Turtle Rock found. BigDunka
Nope, because he's missing 2 of 6, and Trolldorm's got 1 of them.
BigDunka can potentially complete Turtle Rock at this point. And I need to see a sword swing. I believe Reg has just picked up Tempered Sword somewhere.
BigDunka picked his up somewhere as well. I'm not quite sure how we both missed that.
Was that in Mire?
Well, SlimKirby's got it too, so I'm assuming so. Yeah, 3 of our runners have Tempered Sword. Finalflame is the only one that I haven't seen go into Mire, and he's the one missing it.
There we go. Also,
Chat confirming Spike Chest in Mire.
And Slim is missing the big key out of Mire right now, so that's enough for one trip. BigDunka is now going to hopefully get a stretch break.
He's pulling out the block. Yep, coffee break for BigDunka.
Ah, it is so nice to be able to relax. Just witness the beautiful art of... I'm sorry, was that a big key to Thieves Town inside the big chest in Mire?
Indeed it was. And I'm looking at the trackers. We don't know what Thieves Town is yet. In the standard open mode, Thieves Town is actually one of the more accessible dungeons, but without that big key, it's locked tight.
Yeah, based off of all of the work that our trackers have done right now, we are still missing some information. We still don't know the dungeon rewards for Desert Palace, Swamp Palace, Thieves Town, or Misery Mire. And I don't believe I've seen any map checks. Wait, here's one. That was too quick.
Ooh, that was a fast one. I didn't see anything on that check.
Neither did I. Dr. Amamine, do not rely on the dungeon music for Keysanity.
The dungeon music in Keysanity has been randomized.
The only way that you will know the result is either have a map ahead of time and check outside, or just beat the dungeon.
Looks like Reg is going all out. He's going straight for Vitreous without that lamp.
Ooh, Reg is taking a huge gamble, but if it pays off...
That's true. We don't know what Misery Mire is yet.
Alright, interesting thing here. SlimKirby, I don't know if he has the lantern either, but now with the big key to Misery Mire, he could potentially do the same thing.
He hasn't been to Pod. He doesn't have the bow. He doesn't have the lamp. That's going to make Vitreous quite the tough fight to get to and to finish. Tempered Sword is going to make it a little bit easier, but they have no invulnerability and no arrows.
And Reg, Reg has done it! Managed to navigate Misery Mire in the dark. Kudos!
Well, you start doing this stuff enough, eventually you can learn how to do it blindfolded.
Also, Pyramid Fairy check incoming. Finalflame did get the 5 and 6 crystals from Eastern Palace and Tower of Hera. What is inside today?
Tempered Sword.
That's the
and
fourth
$300
sword. The fourth sword is located at its vanilla location. Christos!
BigDunka finishing off Desert Palace, getting himself another crystal. So far, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 crystals. And we've heard rumors that Thieves Town is the last one. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go to Mire for that key if he doesn't have it already. Oh, but it looks like he's making a play for Swamp.
It could potentially be just to check for Bamos Tablet. I don't think either of our runners have gone for that. Or nope. BigDunka is going to Pyramid Fairy.
So he'll be the first with a gold sword.
And I believe SlimKirby is the first one going for the purple chest.
Yeah, gonna check out Gary's lunchbox, see what he's stored in.
And
Reg
what is
having
this?
absolutely no trouble with Vitreous, picks himself up a compass, and indeed a blue pendant.
Finalflame is able to access both chests in the castle tower.
He has his one key. He can't get to the top, but he's got 2 chests he can check.
Haunted Grove check, Piece of Heart, SlimKirby is going to say no. Map of Tower of Hera, that's a little late game.
Yeah, we had the Tower of Hera information quite a while ago, being able to talk to the bomb shop.
Alright, second chest, another map. Thieves Town! That's big.
I'll inform him that it's a crystal. Still gotta head into Meyer to get that big key, though. So far, I think Reg is the only one with that big key.
How did we confirm that Thieves Town was a crystal again?
I think by process of elimination.
I cannot buy that yet. Let me go through what I know here. So all 3 Light World dungeons. Okay, so someone else had the map of Thieves Town and was able to check that it's crystal. Thank you.
Ah, excellent. Christoph, Kidastrophe, rather, BigDunka is currently in the lead because he made an early play to Palace of Darkness. Palace of Darkness had the bow and the lamp inside of it. That has allowed him to make some significant progress, cutting down some enemies very quickly.
So, okay, we have confirmation was some of our runners here, or some of our chatters are checking a few of our other runners. I don't know how kosher that is, but as long as they're not spoiling it for any other runner, I guess it's fine.
And the speedrun, the Twitch chat for the daily race is reasonably safe space to start typing stuff.
So if for Aimi is, I am always going to butcher your name, I apologize. Hold on a second, pedestal check incoming.
What have we got? What have we got? Just a little piece of love. Ped is dead.
Rip the dream.
Finalflame making use of that mirror teleport to get back to the Dark World and back to Skull Woods ASAP.
And Reg is exploring Thieves Town, has all the keys necessary to finish.
So as more and more of these dungeons get completed, I'm starting to wonder what is actually left to find.
Something was just found on Reg's side. I couldn't tell what.
Looked like red meringue.
That is possible.
Well, let me have a look at the instant replay and we'll find out. Indeed, that was red meringue in the Thieves Town big chest.
So,
and I believe Dandris has it right. I think the only thing we're missing is the big key to Ganon's tower.
I have to agree. As far as inventory items go here, technically BigDunka is the closest to having everything needed, especially if we actually have to defeat Trinex. But it all depends on where that big key is. It could very well be in Ganon's tower. It could be in a pendant dungeon.
It could be anywhere. It could be in Ganon's tower itself.
If it ends up that Alright, I am going to make a bold prediction. I am going to predict that Ganon's Tower Big Key is inside the Swamp Palace Big Chest, which requires the vanilla small key from just inside the first room to even get in there.
No. The Swamp Palace vanilla key, the first key, is in Ganon's tower, and the big key is back in Swamp Palace.
I don't know which is worse. BigDunka about to get $20 from the Mad Batter.
Unfortunately, BigDunka, as big as his lead is right now, unless he makes the play into Misery Mire to get the Thieves Town big key, he can't progress. He's looking for that big key for Thieves Town. That's his block right now. Reg has actually made that play. He has Thieves Town done. He has Misery Mire done. His block is trying to find a bow, which is unfortunately in Palace of Darkness itself. So he's going to resist making that play as long as he can until he gets that bow from somewhere.
Maybe not anymore. The lunchbox contained another small key to Palace of Darkness.
Oh, that might be an indication for him to get back in there.
Finalflame is about to pick that up. It's going to be... Actually, it may not be pointless. I don't believe Finalflame completed the Dark Maze. Also, Bombos check. Blue bottle.
Blue Gatorade, my favorite flavor. Where in the world is SlimKirby right now? Oh, he was in the dark rooms in Aghanim's tower.
SlimKirby also has to head to Palace of Darkness.
Yep, he and Reg are both missing that bow, missing that lamp, resisting going to Palace of Darkness as long as they can, because you need the bow to finish it.
And also resisting the check to Swamp Palace.
Well, no, actually, I take that back. You don't need the bow to finish Palace of Darkness. You need the bow to go through the back door of Palace of Darkness. Which unless they have 6 keys to full clear the dungeon, you kind of have to do anyway.
So you need the bow in order to finish, you just have to find the bow in Palace of Darkness instead.
Indeed. Well, the standard logic, the logic of the game, the way that it's programmed, actually requires that you have all 6 keys in order to fully explore Palace of Darkness. If you have the bow, you can skip one of those keys. You can skip the very first key that lets you into the trident-shaped room. If you know how to do the hammer yump, that skips another key, so you need 4 keys to full clear it.
Running Arc, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have 2 players attempting Swamp Palace right now.
Oh, in they go.
BigDunka
is going to be disappointed, though, unless the Ganon Tower actually looks like 3 people are heading into Swamp Palace.
Alright, moment of truth. How many of these people in Twitch chat are going to be mad at me? Here's the chest.
Big 20.
I am safe.
Every single one of them is roadblocked.
Okay, I can go to bed easy tonight.
Seed not cursed.
Not majorly cursed, at least. I mean, we did have the the Palace of Darkness small key.
Well, given that there's 6 of them available out in the world, it's a little more likely than the Swamp Palace vanilla key. Oh, Iceman F1 brings up a good point. No one has beat Turtle Rock to get his green pendant. Sashrala could have Ganon's Tower big key.
Right now, both BigDunka and SlimKirby can, I mean, assuming that enough keys are found, and the big key is found, we could see that.
Well, Slim's got 5 keys available to him in Palace of Darkness. He's about to pick up his bow, which is going to open up the back door. So he's got enough to finish. SlimKirby bombing that chest, not happy about that find.
Yeah, I do not blame Slim at all. Having to go nearly 90 minutes without finding the bow until now.
Nearly 90, exactly 90. 1 hour, 30 minutes in. Reg, on the other hand, not wasting any time, mirroring straight out. Reg a little bit confused about what to do next, though.
So, while it's good to complete Palace of Darkness, because, lamp, bow, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Because at this point, oh, this is good. BigDunka is going to get the big key to Misery Mire right now.
It's the big key to Misery Mire. He's not happy about that.
That means Misery Mire will lead to the Thieves' Town big key. BigDunka can complete that dungeon at this point.
Indeed, that'll give him Ganon's Tower access. That's his last crystal.
Of course, the question will then become, will the big key actually be in Ganon's Tower? I'm trying to remember how many actual item locations we found in case we have to actually pull off that game again.
I have no idea. The problem is we don't actually know if it's there, so we can't play the game.
We technically can, we just have to expand the numbers to
216, I think.
I was gonna say 50 at this point, but sure. Alright, BigDunka about to be catfished.
300 rupees, doesn't want it. Mirrored out immediately. SlimKirby finds his lamp, bombs that chest too. He's not pleased with what Pod has to offer.
Note Finalflame's key count. Does not have the big key, but does have 3 small.
He'll be able to make it to... I don't remember, is the big key before or after Laser Bridge?
The door's before Laser Bridge, but Finalflame can choose to go for the vanilla big key chest.
That's true.
Now, of course, whether that is the correct play, we don't know that yet. Darkness Knight, the Swamp Palace keys, neither small key nor big key have been found yet.
And it is a pendant dungeon, so it may be outside of the usual logic. Oh, SlimKirby with no mana has to push that statue in the old-fashioned way to open that door.
Just keep pushing, just keep pushing, just keep pushing, pushing.
And there's the Thieves' Town big key. Does he continue? He's thinking about it. Nope, he's mirroring out.
Shoutouts to Masayanella for that borrowed catchphrase there.
Yep, he's out. He's into the Kakariko. He's heading straight to Thieves' Town. I do not blame him.
Now, since the pedestal is dead, I don't think Avitrius had anything important, correct?
I believe he just had a compass.
Not important, so that is the correct play. BigDunka now heading to Thieves' Town straight away.
Finalflame grabbing a bonus key. Oh, I don't know that he meant to go forward. Actually, no, he probably did mean to go forward because he doesn't have the big key to Turtle Rock yet.
Unfortunately, that was not a worthwhile decision. Just 20
No, it
rupees.
really wasn't. Oh, I like the way Corvus Mysticus thinks. Swamp small key in the Ganon's Tower tile room. Shovel in Swamp Palace. Big key in the dig spot.
You want the trolls, I end up getting the trolls.
Yes, I like to see these runners suffer.
Shades, where are you? I want you to have your position back.
SlimKirby having a little bit of trouble getting that Helmsaur shot off. Finally gets it. That'll be his crystal.
Alright. I want to say, okay, Reg was able to get the big key to Desert Palace in the dark. Nicely done. What's actually funny is the lantern was in this dungeon.
Looks like SlimKirby's heading back into Palace of Darkness to finish cleaning it out. He has the lamp, so he'll have a much easier time of those back rooms.
And holy smokes, we actually have someone that has finished this race. Kyong92 set a personal best. 1 hour, 35 minutes, 59 seconds.
Congratulations for first place, Kyong92.
Now, let's think about that timing and where our runners are.
That definitely means that the Ganon Tower Big Key is somewhere very accessible.
Maybe even Ganon's Tower this time.
Maybe even in the Thieves' Town Big Chest? Nope, that's the Red Meringue. We've already checked that. What am I talking about?
Chat, if you actually know, do not tell us.
That's right, let's keep spoilers out of chat.
I mean, technically we were already spoiled by the fact that a crystal was in Thieves' Town, but let's not have anything else spoiled here.
That's progression information. That's not quite as interesting. But people are definitely going to be excited to see that Ganon's Tower Big Key pop up.
Okay, I was trying to understand that pun that one just made. A tap dancer's routine runs hot and cold. Did I read that right?
I don't know. Oh, a tap dancer, as in tap water. A tap dancer's routine is hot and cold.
Boo.
Ooh, I like that emote. I like that emote that Iceman F1 has just posted. I want that emote. And with Thieves' Town complete, it looks like BigDunka is making a rush straight for Ganon's Tower. He's going to make a gamble that the big key is there.
Alright, well, with this in mind, how is this game going to work today?
I don't know that it does.
Well, let's try to play along anyway. We are not going to have an official bot, but for those in chat, the big key to Ganon's Tower is located somewhere in this grand land of Hyrule. There are, I'm just going to say, 50 locations where it can be. So, put in a number between 1 and 50.
I like where Katamega's guess of 42.5.
Oh, no, BigDunka is... Wait, this could just be a quicker warp. Never mind.
It's just a quick... Well, it's the only way to make it to the top of Death Mountain in the Dark World. You have to use this warp. Unless you're using the southeastern Death Mountain entrance and climb up Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah,
I've always wondered which way is faster.
I honestly don't know.
Dracus Knight 555 with the guess of pi.
Alright, the tower is being opened right now. Reg taking on King Helmasaur. SlimKirby about to take on the Armos Knights. Alright, with this in mind, this unofficial guessing game is going to stop now. 3 small keys have been found for Ganon's tower right off the... Location 1. Nothing important, Bob lives.
Yeah, those 3 small keys will give him plenty of access to the chests that are located in the Ganon's tower. Normally in Keysanity, you want the big key and you want 1 small key before you even enter the place.
Alright, 2 has just bombs. 3, big 20. 4, small key, Hyrule Castle.
Hyrule Castle.
Big key!
Vanilla big key!
Location number 5. I did not roll this seed. I did not roll this seed.
And congratulations to Dark Misty with the closest guess of 4.
While I am recovering from still cursing these Keysanity runs somehow, congratulations to Wool38, second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, 56 seconds.
Improving his personal best time by 7 minutes and 52 seconds. Honestly, I have to wonder if maybe BigDunka went into this with a little bit of secret information, playing as Ganondorf.
You think that Ganon actually cheated? Haven't you played Wind Waker? Ganon actually has honor. Well, excuse me, Ganondorf has honor.
Going crazy with those fire rods, getting those Staphos down extra fast. Enemizer options. I believe that there are, in fact, some Enemizer randomizers coming up sometime this week.
To help clear up the confusion regarding that, the website does not have the Enemizer, only the item randomizer and entrance randomizer. There is a separate program that handles the enemizing afterwards at this time.
And unfortunately, looking at our schedule, the only Enemizer that we have this week is going to be Sunday, December 24th. Keysanity Enemizer Boss Hard Mode at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Considering what happened yesterday, which had, what was it? Enemizer, Swordless, Entrance Randomizer, both of which had a lot of crazy options. I think it's a nice break. I mean, do you want to deal with King Helmasaur in Moldorm's room?
No. That sounds absolutely horrifying.
It is. I surrendered that one. Speaking of surrendering, Tyre and Odin's pack have chosen to forfeit. Tyre because it's just exhausted right now, and Odin's pack having crash issues.
Unfortunately, that is the nature of the game. There really is no recovery if you crash in one of these races.
And Inknun has finished in third. 1 hour, 44 minutes, 21 seconds. As BigDunka has just beaten Moldorm 2, will we have a validation check?
No! Disqualified! For those of you new, he's not actually disqualified.
You know how the fans get.
Reg finishing off Landmola, picking up his crystals. SlimKirby right behind him, heading into the second half of Desert Palace. Finalflame heading back into Palace of Darkness. I don't know if he's looking to... He must be looking to clear out some dungeon, some treasure locations.
Helior asks, has any other runner finished? Another one has just finished. Hippos in 4th place, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 24 seconds.
That's a personal best by 10 minutes and 56 seconds.
Aghanim 2 is down. BigDunka's about to join.
Yep, all BigDunka has left is the Big Pig. An existential showdown between Ganon and Ganondorf.
As we discuss the importance of whole grain products.
I've seen some very strange comments out of Ganon. He is a wealth of information.
I mean, Wind Waker has shown that Ganondorf is intelligent. So why not utilize all that knowledge?
It looks like Reg is heading back up to Turtle Rock. Either that or he never checked the Dark Death Mountain chests.
Alright, BigDunka is on phase 4.
Phase 4 with a gold sword, silver arrows. This is gonna be quick.
Mono Key, or Mono C, has just gotten 5th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, 58 seconds. BigDunka hopefully following behind. Looks like Ganon is defeated.
And BigDunka finishes in 6th place with an official time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 10 seconds.
Get your GGs out in chat, folks.
You have ended the domination of Dr. Wily.
So, Ganon was Dr. Wily, Ganondorf took over, or... Wait, I'm mixing up continuities here.
Ganondorf was Mega Man.
Da-da-da-da, Super Fighting Gerudo, da-da-da-da, Ganondorf. That does not sound well. In the meantime, Reg has gone back to Tower of Hera. Makes sense, it's the last one that Reg needs. Unfortunately, we will be unable to have BigDunka join us for an interview. But hopefully he will hop in chat and at least answer questions that way.
Oh, Reg having a hard time with Trolldorm 1.
SlimKirby about to take care of Thieves Town, and then we'll probably also make the play to Tower of Hera at the end. And BigDunka, please feel better. Get some rest and recovery. TNT175 asks, where was the big key? The big key to Ganon's tower was in the skeleton room top right chest, I believe. So it was actually a vanilla big key.
Well, vanilla dungeon big key.
Lack of dialogue and Keysanity means vanilla for me. And there is that pun again. Thank you, Slim. I'm forced to boo again. Boo!
I like puns.
I can handle puns now and then, but they need to be decent ones.
See, that's the antithesis of a pun. They have to be bad.
We will have to agree to disagree on that for now. I'm double checking Reg's position on that tile while taking the break. Is Reg able to get up there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're on top of one of those crystal pegs, you are in an invincibility state, and you can step off in whatever direction you want.
We were earlier talking about ending the domination of Dr. Wily. Apparently Sigma is choosing to take over. 7th place, 1 hour, 51 minutes, 3 seconds. And Reg is going into Ganon's tower right now. SlimKirby needs to take care of Tower of Hera first, and then we'll follow behind.
He's got the crystals.
Flame.
He's good to go.
Did Finalflame get the... No, going back into Mire needs the big key from the big chest in order to get the Thieves' Town big key.
And that's all he needs. So if he's in a hurry, that's all he's going to get. He's going to do the same thing that BigDunka did. Grab the key, portal out, and head straight for Thieves' Town.
Speaking of BigDunka, he mentioned seeing a bung count. He said 50, he actually got 29. And Finalflame expresses rage.
Yep, in, out. He's done.
Alright, Reg is about to find it. What side? Left side first. And in this case, it is... Okay, it was bottom right, not upper right, my apologies. But in this case, you know, Reg is good to go.
Indeed, Reg is heading into the Ganon Tower Gauntlet. Red Mail, Fire Shield, Tempered Sword, Silver Arrows. He shouldn't have much trouble with this.
Yeah, this means Go Mode was technically... do we count it as Go Mode when the big key was gotten, or by the time we knew the big key was... I don't know.
We never knew where the big key was until the exact moment he got it, and at that point he was already in Ganon's tower. Go Mode is really hard to call in Keysanity.
So I've learned. What we can call, though, are positions. Korek has finished in 8th place, 1 hour, 53 minutes, 43 seconds.
Congratulations, Korek. SlimKirby finishing off Tower of Hera. That's his last crystal. Unfortunately, no portal outside of Tower of Hera, so he'll have to do a bit of a walkabout to get into the Dark World.
Not too far, just a few virtual meters east, and there you go. In the meantime, gauntlet time for Reg, and sun and roof breaking time for Finalflame. Reg has finished the gauntlet SlimKirby is about to enter. Now, both of our featured runners right now have gone left side first, and it paid off. How do you decide which side to go for on Keysanity?
Well, in Keysanity, if you have a key to begin with, you can really go whichever way you please. You want to make those right side gambles in open mode if you get that early key.
Well, Slim is going right side first.
Oh, that's going to slow him down quite a bit.
It was a vanilla small key and a heart piece, so what is it with these vanilla things? And going to continue to the right.
It's a smart move from his perspective, but we know it's the wrong move.
Bypasses tile room at least. Reg is about to take care of the floating torches. Gipto's causing problems for Slim.
And unfortunately, Slim's going to have to make a full circuit.
Okay, small key to Ice Palace, that's where half magic is. Small key to Turtle Rock. And Red Ruby.
Finalflame taking out blind. He'll be heading up to Ganon's Tower in short order.
Also, Drunken Draconian has finished in 9th place. 1 hour, 56 minutes, 40 seconds. And Reg actually checks the validation chest. Congratulations, here's your 20 rupees. Slim now about to discover the big key here.
He's going to be very upset with this.
And not necessarily, right side isn't a bad idea. It's just it didn't work out here.
It is basically a coin flip.
And he just realized, oh, that's big key. Also, the top 10 have been secured. Maximum Barnage has finished in 10th place. 1 hour, 57 minutes, 28 seconds. Since we have the top 10, I will stick to announcing just the rest of the featured four, maybe some other names that I recognize, but that is your top 10, folks. And Finalflame is now heading towards Ganon's Tower as well.
Reg heading into the big fight. Tempered Sword, Silvers. Not as quick as BigDunka's, but he shouldn't have any difficulty with this.
First phase down. Second phase should be down quickly.
Reg with some boot dashes. Getting in those heavy hits in the middle of those fire bats.
Uses a potion for safety, not a bad call. I don't know if Reg has any other potions, so this has to be pretty flawless from here out. Finalflame also goes right side first.
Looks like he's changed his mind, though. And JTN 2002, we had approximately 30 runners for this race.
Phase 4 active. does not get
Oh.
the torch glitch.
Yeah, no fake torch for him. With the silvers, it's not really an issue, especially with double shots. And the big pig's dead.
Finalflame realizes, has the big key, going to head up. SlimKirby taking out the Landmolas. And by crossing inside the pyramid interior, Reg has finished in 11th place. 2 hours, 0 minutes, 23 seconds. Get your GGs out in chat, everyone. And with this, I believe Reg is about to join us in for an interview, where I will also learn how to properly say his name. Reg or Reg, first of all, GG, second of all, how do I say it?
I think he might still have his mic muted.
Could be. We'll get it straightened out. Reg or Reg, can you hear us now? Meantime, SlimKirby about to take on Moldorm 2. And
Immediately gets dumped.
alright, time for the rematch. Rematch successful.
Looks like Reg is having some difficulty with his microphone. Hopefully he'll be back with us shortly.
Alright, SlimKirby is on Aga 2 right now. Finalflame taking out the Landmolas 2.
Ooh, an excellent, looked like a triple for SlimKirby fighting Aga 1, or Aga 2. Only gets a single on the next shot.
I had missed the triple. But I thought that was a double. If that was the first one was a triple, then either I had
Yes, it missed one. It looked like a triple, but I guess it didn't count.
May have been too close.
And SlimKirby heading into the cannon fight. Full health, half magic is going to make his... He's going to have absolutely no concerns with the third phase.
Phase 2 now in effect for SlimKirby. Finalflame approaching Moldorm 2. We'll probably skip this chest in the middle here. I've heard some people call it the consolation chest.
Yeah, there isn't much that these runners would be looking for on their way up. 2 quick dashes and Moldorm 2 is down.
And entering the validation chest without opening it. I need a ruling on that, chat.
SlimKirby heading into the final phase of Ganon. I think he just got silver arrow shots before he even went into the phase.
I did not notice that.
I think he got one shot before the phase even started. He only landed 3 shots.
I think he had to have landed 4. It's entirely possible, I think, to hit before the first teleport, and that may have been what Slim did. Regardless, Ganon is down for SlimKirby. GG! He has finished in 15th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 15 minutes, 51 seconds. So get your GGs out in chat, folks.
And Finalflame right behind him, heading into the Ganon fight. This will be our last restreamed contender to make it through our race today. Tracking may be done, but let's have a hand for our 2 trackers today, Code Lizard and Lordy Beaver.
SlimKirby will be joining us shortly, just has to set up something quickly.
A Keysanity seed can be generated through the vt.lttp site. Unfortunately, the Randomizer has to be generated special, from my understanding. Ooh, Finalflame with a nice Ganon fight. Got the torch glitch. 1 shot, double shot, 1 more shot. Ganon is down.
And with that, Finalflame crosses into where the Triforce is located. GG to Finalflame with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, 49 seconds. Baliam had just finished 3 seconds behind.
Hello, Slim. GG. Uh-oh. I think Slim's having trouble with his mic, too.
We will get it straightened out. Alright, Slim, whenever you are able to speak, you can go ahead and speak. And Regaro has chosen to appear in Twitch chat. Apparently, he also had some issues with a proper... Well, hold on. I see Reg in the waiting room as well, so we're gonna try.
We do also have Finalflame in the call. GG, sir.
Give me 1 second. Wave robot.
And unfortunately, Rojaro cannot join us for an interview. Either way, good game, sir. Thank you very much for participating and giving all these wonderful viewers an excellent showing. We have a call. GG, sir.
Discord giving everyone problems today?
Seems like it.
Uh-oh, chat is giving us the roboto sounds. Or the roboto emotes, technically. Folks, we are trying to hopefully get a proper interview in, but depending on what happens, we may not be able to get that done here.
For those of you who want more randomizer, there is another showcase race happening in 40 minutes.
Okay, a little bit better.
There we go. Welcome aboard, Finalflame.
Hi. So that was a seed.
That was a seed. You have stopped the nefarious Dr. Wily.
That really was a tale of two halves for me. The first half, I just played like garbage and pretty much ignored the logic. I knew exactly that I needed to rush the pod, that there was going to be something in Turtle Rock, that I could go to ice, and I just completely ignored it and did other stuff.
I don't
Which probably
recall
wasn't the
if
smartest
Turtle
thing.
Rock actually had anything useful in it.
I think it had... I won't say it had ether. I could be wrong. Might be mistaken on that one.
I do know that Pod was a big stumbling block for most of you. BigDunka was the only one who made an early check into that, and it really paid off for him.
Yeah, I knew to go straight in, then I ended up double dipping it. I can't even remember if I got anything the second trip. I just decided, you know what, I'm here, I have the keys to clear it, let's go ahead and do that and see if it pays off. The biggest thing was just remembering, on my map, on the tracker, it looked like, oh, I can go complete this, and then remembering, wait a second, I don't have keys for that. No, I can't complete it.
Oh, yeah, missing the keys. And it looks like the Code Lizard has actually informed us Turtle Rock had ether in it, so you needed Turtle Rock to get to Misery Mire to get to Thieves Town.
Yeah, like, really? That Thieves Town big key placement? And then Gannon's Tower, big key in Gannon's Tower. I mean, better than the last one I did. But come on, give it to me early so I don't have to worry.
Yeah, those big keys start to turn into the Ice Rod in Keysanity mode.
And then my lovely, I think it ended up being a quadruple dip into Skull Woods. Because I died the first time in the overworld. Second time, didn't have the fire rod. Third time, ran out of magic, and I didn't feel like using my potion because I figured I would need it for Mothula. And then finally went and cleared it later. And I don't even think I needed to at that point. Actually, yes, I did. It was a crystal.
It was a crystal. You did have to clear it eventually.
I mean, I guess it could have gone worse. I didn't die on the boss on the plus side. But I think that was probably my worst part of it, was dealing with Skullwoods. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. I stuck with the V27 mentality of stick the dungeons. So I put off Overworld for a while, which helped me kind of route it in. Well, it would have been routed nicely if I hadn't forgotten about Bombo's tablet when I fluted with the purple chest.
Well, I personally do not blame you in the least for stepping away from Skull Woods early. The idea of going into Skull Woods with green tunic, fighter sword, and a hammer is a little terrifying.
Yeah, and I knew there was going to be something in the back half when I got Fire Rod. So when I went, after I ran out of magic, I decided to get the chest into the catwalk. I got hook shot, and I'm like, you know what? I can make peace with leaving it here. I got the progression that I knew would be back here. I didn't expect Moth to have anything other than a pendant or crystal.
Yeah, Mothula himself didn't carry anything except the crystal. You did find the hook shot back there, which was a good pickup.
Yes, that was huge. I mean, one of the biggest things about Randomizer is reading logic and knowing, okay, this item is going to be leading me to progression in this place, and that's what really helps me there. Otherwise, I might have just skipped out and Skull Woods entirely, put it off till the last thing I could have done.
Yeah, there is a little bit of give and take with that. If you've put something off and you go back on that decision, you're costing yourself the time of how long you put it off in the first place and how long it takes you to get back on track for that.
And also curse the boots, because I do not do well with boots. My movement is horrible without boots. With boots, I see I have 48 bunks. Sorry, I cut the stream, thinking that might be the issue of the robot stuff.
Yeah, that was a very early boots this stream, or this seed.
Yeah. 2 deaths, so it's not bad. The one was in the overworld, and the other one was intentional. I mean, I can be happy with that. I'm getting better at that.
How about you, Slim? Any comments on that seed? I noticed you weren't particularly happy about what you found in Pod.
I think we are all being affected by technical difficulties at this point.
Looks like Slim's still having some mic trouble, unfortunately. Discord is having a bit of a hissy fit with us today.
That's technology for you.
So, one of the things I wanted to ask Finalflame, by the time you went into Ganon's Tower, I believe you did check out Swamp Palace. You did not, you were probably relieved to have not seen the small key there. Were you nervous about having to return there before you saw the...
I honestly figured at that point I was playing the odds the big key had a good chance of being in GT. In the back of my head, I was definitely thinking, there's a really good chance I'm going to find the Swamp Small Key here. Because I think the only overworld place I left that I could access, or not overworld, but non-GT place, was the Vitreous and Mire. I don't think I left it. Oh, and Spike Cave. So in the back of my head, I'm going, okay, if I don't find it here, I'm probably going to find Swamp Small Key either in Ganon's Tower or in one of these places and have to go back. I'm kind of relieved I never found that.
Yeah, as you check more and more locations, get slimmer and slimmer results, eventually Ganon's Tower just starts looking more and more attractive. It has a lot of items in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 22 locations, same as, regular open rando. So, the odds are strongly in favor of that. At that point, it still had over a 50% chance for me. So, I felt good about it, but I also remember my last Keysanity where I saw the big key on the torch, got it, and realized, oh no, this leads me to Mire, which had the key. So I'm glad I didn't run into that issue. When I saw the big key this time, I was waiting for the text, and then I realized, wait, there's no text. This is it!
That's a vanilla big key! We're good to go!
I was pretty excited. There may have been words said by me that you could not hear. Good words.
I think all of you...
It was good. It was excitement.
Yeah, I think all of you had a similar reaction. You open the chest, were able to move in like, wait, where was the dialogue? Pause. Oh, big E. Warp!
I'll say that. I mean, definitely big improvement for Neil Keysanity. That was only my second Keysanity seed. I'll do more eventually, but I'm not exactly rushing into it. I think I'll stick to open for the most part.
Keysanity tends to throw people for a loop.
So, Finalflame, do you have any other thoughts left?
Not really. I think I got everything out there. Overall, not too bad of a seed.
Alright, with that, let's give it up one more time for our runners. BigDunka, SlimKirby, Finalflame, and Reg. And also, Finalflame, you are forgiven for that.
Thank you.
Wait, what are we forgiving?
Don't worry about it. It was nothing. Don't look at speed gaming clips.
Alright, and with that, I believe we are going to sign off for this race. Remember, folks, there is another Link to the Past Randomizer race coming up in just 32 minutes. Not to mention all the other plethora of things to see on the various speed gaming channels, so stay tuned.
Indeed, this is Wolfman 2000, thanking all of our runners, trekkers, restreamers. Have a good night, everyone.